Welcome to the HR show. My name is Andy Evans, and I'm going to be taking you through the next 10, 15 minutes or so on some of the latest issues from the world of HR training and business. As you can hear, my voice is still not 100%, still a bit crackly, so I apologize if you get the crackly voice of someone with laryngitis. Today's topic is all about developing your self-confidence, which someone who has suffered from that in the past is really one of the most important things that anyone can do. Or as managers and coaches, one of the best things we can do for our employees is help them to manage and develop their own self-confidence and self-esteem. So before we get into that, let's give you the all-important contact details. If you would like to email me, you can do. All you need to do is email andy@theHRshow.co.uk. You can join the Facebook group, which is the HR Show. Tweet me directly at the HR Show, and you can visit us on YouTube. All you need to do is search for the HR Show. If you'd like to connect with me, then please feel free. Just search for Andy Evans HR on LinkedIn, and I'll be more than happy to connect with you and have a conversation with you directly. And finally, if you'd like to check out the website, to look at the previous shows, the archives, or any other bits that we put on, then you can visit theHRshow.co.uk. Or if you're an advertiser or you're looking for advertising on this show, we do have sponsorship packages available. All you need to do is email sponsorship@theHRshow.co.uk, and a member of our team will get back to you. All right, so that is the admin out of the way. Let's kick on with the show. And I think it's fair to say that everyone admires a self-confident person. In fact, we may even envy them a little. Self-confident people seem at ease with both themselves and their work. They invite trust and they inspire confidence in others. And I have to say that these are actually attractive characteristics. But it's not always easy to be confident in yourself, particularly if you're naturally self-critical or if other people put you down. But there are steps that you can take to increase and maintain your own levels of self-confidence. But before we talk about those, let's ask why it's important. So self-confidence is understanding that you trust your own judgment and abilities, that you value yourself and feel worthy regardless of any imperfections or of what others may think or believe about you. Self-efficiency and self-esteem are sometimes used interchangeably with self-confidence, but they are subtly different. We gain a sense of self-efficacy when we see ourselves and others like us mastering skills and achieving goals. This encourages us to believe that if we learn and work in a particular area, we'll succeed. It's this type of confidence that leads people to accept difficult challenges and to keep going in the face of setbacks. Self-esteem is a more general sense that we can cope with what's going on in our lives and that we have a right to be happy. Also, self-esteem that comes in part from the feeling that the people around us approve of us. We may or may not be able to control this, and if we experience a lot of criticism or rejection from other people, our self-esteem can easily suffer unless we support it in other ways. But why does it matter? Our self-confidence is vital in almost every aspect of our lives. Yet many people, including myself, struggle to find it. Excuse me. Now, this can be a vicious cycle. People who lack self-confidence are less likely to achieve the success that could give them more confidence. An example would be you might not want to back a project that's pitched by someone who's visibly nervous or fumbling or constantly apologizing. On the other hand, you might be persuaded by someone who speaks clearly, holds their head high, answers questions with assurance, and readily admits when they don't know something. You see, confident people inspire confidence in others. They inspire confidence in their audience, their co-workers, their bosses, their customers, their friends. And gaining the confidence of others is one of the key ways to succeed. So how do you appear more confident to others? You can show self-confidence in many ways. It could be in your behavior, your body language, in what you say and how you say it. Projecting a positive image to others can help you to improve your own self-confidence. It's not simply a matter of faking it. If you project with confidence, others are more likely to respond well, and this positive feedback will help you believe in yourself. Now, body language is also a way of adopting confidence. If you adopt an open posture, sit or stand upright and place your hands by your sides, avoid standing with your hands on your hips, as this can communicate a desire to dominate. And be sure, like I'm doing right now, not to slouch. Keep your head upright and level. Don't lean too far forward or backward, as this can also make you look aggressive. If you're presenting, use open hand gestures. Spread your hands apart with your palms facing slightly towards your audience. This indicates a willingness to communicate and to share ideas. And keep your upper arms close to your body. Face-to-face communication. Now, people with low self-confidence will find it difficult to make a good first impression, whether they're meeting a client, addressing a meeting, or even giving a presentation. You may be shy or unsure of yourself, but you can take immediate steps to make yourself appear more confident. Engaging with people is important. So it's very important to maintain eye contact while you talk. What this does is it shows that you're interested in what they're saying and that you're taking an active part in the conversation. But bear in mind any cultural considerations when it comes to body language and to communication. Don't fidget or look away while the conversation continues. This can make you appear distracted or even anxious. If you're shaking hands, just shake hands. A thing that we haven't done in nearly 2 years. But if you are shaking hands, be firm, but don't be too firm. And avoid being too upfront. Reaching for the other person's wrist or shoulder with your free hand is often seen as a way of establishing dominance, and it's not recommended for a first meeting. Avoid making the encounter awkward or, at worst, painful. Even the most outwardly confident person can find themselves doubting their abilities. For example, you may have a talent of coming up with great ideas or solutions, but you struggle to make your voice heard in meetings. Or you may suddenly find yourself having to work from home for a long period of time, as we've all done, and you may now feel lost or isolated without the company of your colleagues. To address a short-term dip in confidence, firstly, try to identify the cause of the problem. If you have difficulty maintaining confidence because of things you feel you can't do, it makes sense to improve your skills. Carry out a personal SWOT analysis. Identify your strengths and your weaknesses, and then draw up an action plan to work on the areas where you're not so strong. Other people's attitudes or behaviors may contribute to your lack of confidence. If you're being bullied, if you're subjected to microaggressions in the workplace, or if you feel that people are making unfair assumptions about you, then you need to call it out. You can use a tool called the Situation Behavior Impact Feedback Tool to make it clear to the person responsible that their behavior is harmful. If that doesn't work, then you or the person needs to seek help from either you, the line manager, or go to their HR. Remembering that no one should accept workplace bullying. Practice assertiveness to build a sense that you have the rights and needs as an individual and make sure that others understand and respect your personal boundaries. This will help to build the psychological safety that you need to develop self-confidence. People with low self-confidence often feel they don't deserve to be happy and that they somehow deserve to be treated badly. While this feeling may be true, the belief certainly is not. So how do you gain confidence and then keep it? Short-term action can fix immediate or acute issues with your self-confidence, but longer-term confidence building needs more fundamental action. This can involve introducing changes to your lifestyle, making robust plans for the future. You can build confident habits. Build a strong sense of self-esteem and the confidence that develops from it. Aim to develop good habits and break the bad ones. Look after your physical and mental health. Make sure you're getting enough sleep and you're eating properly. And working on your personal branding can also have a positive impact on your self-confidence. If you can project a positive image of yourself, you'll likely start to receive the positive feedback that's so important to your self-confidence. Setting and achieving goals is an important part of developing self-confidence. And goal setting is the process you use to set yourself targets and to measure how successfully you achieve them. Inform your goal setting with your SWOT. Set goals that make the most of your strengths, that minimize your weaknesses, that take advantage of your opportunities, and then mitigate the threats that you face. When you've identified the major goals that you want to achieve, identify the first step you need to take for each one. Make sure it's a small step, maybe taking no more than an hour to complete. If, as you're setting goals, you find doubts starting to surface, write them down and then challenge them both calmly and rationally. If they seem less serious under scrutiny, great. But if they're based on genuine risks, make sure you set additional goals to manage those appropriately. Breaking down large goals into smaller steps in this way makes them seem far more attainable. It allows you to track your progress and reflect on how far you've already come. And remember this, when you're self-confident, you trust your own judgment and your abilities. It means having a strong sense of self-worth and self-belief. You can take immediate steps to project greater self-confidence in the way that you behave, how you approach others. You can then develop these short-term strategies into ways to build and maintain self-confidence for the longer term. Boosting your confidence means developing habits that will improve your self-esteem, whatever other people think of you. Feeling good about your past achievements and setting yourself achievable goals for the future helps you to build and to maintain that confidence. And that's it for this week. Again, short and snappy. That's what this series is all about. Short, snappy, to the point. Self-confidence, building your self-confidence is so key for anyone who, not only for employment, but for personal life and relationships as well. And that's it for this week. So once again, thank you for joining me. I'm going to put the contact details back up on screen if you're watching on YouTube. If you're listening on the podcast, thank you very much. You can email me, andy@theHRshow.co.uk. You can visit our Facebook, our Twitter, all at HR Show. And you can visit us on YouTube, The HR Show. Just search for that. If you would like to connect with me on LinkedIn, please feel free. It's Andy Evans HR. And of course, you can visit the website, which is theHRshow.co.uk. Until next time, my name is Andy Evans. Thank you for joining us. I will see you all very soon. Take care. Bye-bye for now.